Hello students, in our today's video we will learn about the bryophytes. Bryophytes from the cryptogamy. It is the second group from cryptogamy or non-flowering plants in which seeds are not produced. They are also known as amphibian of the plant kingdom as they require water for their reproduction. Then they occur in damp soil and shaded places. Okay, then bryophyte they are also belongs from the non-vascular plants. Non-vascular means in which xylem and phloem are absent. The vascular tissues are absent. Then look at the plant body from the bryophytes. Here in previous group in Thallophyta we have learned that the plant body is thalloid in nature, means it does not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. But in bryophytes they are somewhat differentiated into certain parts like root like parts which are known as rhizoids. Okay, here we have to look the body characters from the bryophytes. Here look at body is differentiated more than that of the algae. It is thallus like and prostrate or erect, attached to the substratum by the unicellular or multicellular rhizoids. What are the rhizoids here? Look at the diagram. Rhizoids are the root-like parts which are deeply penetrated in the soil and plays a role like roots. They absorb water and minerals and they support the aerial plant body. Here look at the next character. They lack true root, stem or leaves. They may possess root-like or leaf-like or stem-like structures. The main plant body is haploid. It produces gametes and hence it is known as gametophyte. Look at the diagram here. Entire plant body from it is the example of funaria. Means it is a diagram of funaria. Plant body is divided into two parts. The lower part is known as gametophyte and the upper part is known as sporophyte. Means sporophyte shows the aerial part which is known as capsule. It encloses number of spores. When the spores germinate, when they fall on the soil, it gets germinate and they produces gametophyte. Gametophyte produces sporophyte and sporophyte produces gametophyte. Okay, then here certain examples from the bryophyte. It is the example of Mercantia. Look at the diagram of Mercantia. Have you seen this? Okay, then here Mercantia, which is a enlarged part. Okay, here look at here, one plant is female and another is male. Okay, means female Mercantia and male Mercantia. Look at the female thallus from the Mercantia. In what is the difference in between male and female? In female it produces the reproductive part known as archegoniophore, and in case of male thallus they produces anthradiophore. Okay, then the sex organs in bryophytes, they are multicellular. In male, the male sex organ is known as antheridium. It produces biflagellate anthrazoids. Biflagellate means it possesses two flagella. Then female sex organs, it is known as archegonium and it is flask shape and produces a single egg. When anthrazoids are released, they release to water and meet the archegonium, and anthrazoid fuses with the eggs to form the diploid zygote. Okay, then zygote do not undergo meiosis immediately. They produce a multicellular body known as sporophyte. In funaria we have seen that the lower gametophytic part produces the sporophytic part. Then sporophyte is not a free living but attached to the photosynthetic gametophyte and derives the nourishment from it. Some cell of the sporophyte undergoes meiosis to produces the haploid spores. These spores germinate to form the gametophyte. Okay. Then there are certain importance of bryophyta. Question may be asked, what are the uses of bryophyta? Okay, certain species like sphagnum, it provides the peat which is used as a fuel. Then some mosses also provide the food for the herbaceous plant. Then they are ecologically important because their role in plant succession on bare rock and soil. Okay, here look at here, primary succession and the dense mat of mosses. Okay, means they forms the mat. Then in classification of bryophytes, next part is classification of bryophytes or types of bryophytes. Bryophytes are classified into two main types, as first is liverworts and second is mosses. We start with the liverworts. Why the name is suggested as liverworts? Okay, look at here. There are examples like first one is Mercantia. What are the characters of liverworts? They grow usually in moist, shady habitats such as banks of streams, marshy ground, damp soil, bark of trees and deep into wood. Their plant body is thalloid, means does not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Plant body is dorsi-ventrally flattened. Here look at this one is Mercantia thallus. It is thalloid. It does not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Here look at this. It is present on rock and this one it is present on woody plant. This one, last one, it is present on the rock. Okay, means plant body does not divided into root, stem and leaves. It is dorsi-ventrally flattened attached to the substratum. The leafy members have tiny leaf-like appendages in two rows on the stem-like structures. Okay. Here. Next one, reproduction in liverworts. First type is asexual reproduction, which takes place by the fragmentation. When the fragments or the, when the thallus broken down into certain fragments, each fragment grows as a new individual. Okay, by fragmentation of thalli or by the formation of gymae. What it means by gymae comes? Here look like gymae are green multicellular asexual buds that develop in small receptacles on the thalli. Look at here. This one is thallus on which two gymae cup are developed. These two structures are known as gymae. These are looks like birds. Okay, when they detach from their parent, they grows as a new individual. Okay, then second type of reproduction in liverworts is sexual reproduction, which is followed by the formation of male and sex organs. Sporophyte differentiated into food, seta and capsule. After the meiosis, spores are produced within the capsule. These spores germinate to form the free living gametophytes. Okay. Here, this one is male gametophyte which produces the sperms. Okay, and this one is female gametophyte which produces the egg cell. Here from Archegonium egg cell, and from the anthridiospore from released sperm, here embryo is developed. Okay. Then the second type from the bryophyte is known as mosses. It is the predominant stage of life cycle of mosses. It consists of two stages. The first stage is known as protonema stage and the second is known as leafy stage. Okay. Then here, what is meant by protonema stage? It develops directly from the spore. It is creeping, green, branch and frequently filamentous stage. Look at here, protonema. Have you observed this name, protonema? Okay. Then leafy stage, it develops from the secondary protonema as a lateral bud. Lateral means from the sides. They consist of upright, slender axis bearing spirally arranged leaves. They are attached to the soil through the multicellular branch rhizoids, and this stage bears the sex organs. Okay, means this leafy stage. Then reproduction in mosses. Reproduction in mosses followed by the vegetative reproduction, sexual reproduction. In vegetative method of reproduction, it takes place by fragmentation and budding. In sexual reproduction of mosses, the antheridia and archegonia are produced at the apex of leafy shoot. After fertilization, a zygote is formed. Okay, here, look at here, spores. Okay, sperms are formed from. In left diagram, there is antheridium, and in right side there is archegonium. From archegonium, egg behaves as a female gamete, and from the left side antheridium, it releases sperm, means it releases a male gamete. Okay. After the fertilization, they form the new individual. Okay. Here certain examples from the mosses. First one is Funaria. Have you observed this in rainy season on our wall? Okay. Then this one is Sphagnum. This one is Polytrichum. Okay. Means in today's video, we have learned about the bryophytes, characters of bryophytes, methods of reproduction in bryophytes, and classification of bryophytes with certain examples. Okay. In next video, we learn about the pteridophytes, the third group from the cryptogamy.